back at work, doing a quick review on the CBR1k 2023. So it's pretty much the same. 183 horsepower, 76 foot-pounds of torque, and this one has exhaust modification. Took out a little stop mid-pipe down there and kept the stock muffler. So I'm excited to get on this and see how it rides, because I really like the CBR1000. It's like, looks very nice. Look at that. Very beautiful design. I'm gonna go throw my helmet on and start with GoPro. All right, got the bike started up. Gonna swing a leg over this. And immediately you notice it is a lot more comfortable than maybe your other super sport, you know, leader bikes, i.e. R1s and Aprilias, Ducatis, things like that. I want nobody's ZX10. I haven't sat on a ZX10, but I've ridden R1s and everything like that. You're not as hunched over, because these handlebars aren't as stretched out, and they're just a little bit higher than you would expect on a leader bike. So it makes it a lot more comfortable. The seat is very comfortable. It's not flat and hard. And this bike is a lot more manageable than some of those other leader bikes. You know, Honda being very refined. So a luxury store here, we got some cool things like Ferraris and McLarens sometimes. It is a windy day, so we're gonna see how it feels on a windy day. Clutch is very manageable, not too heavy, not too light. Throttle isn't too touchy. So the throttle would be touchy if you weren't used to a sport bike. What is that, old Yamaha? If you weren't used to a sport bike like this, a leader bike, this would be pretty touchy for you. It is a 1000, so it does have the low end torque too, obviously high end and low end. The 600s don't have as much torque low end as the 1000s do, but you got a good bit of top end. Let's see, it rides pretty it actually rides a lot smoother than I thought it would. I'm going over a good bit of bumps, as you could probably see, and it's a lot smoother than I was expecting, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, those brakes those brakes do grab you. And will make you feel like, if you're not used to a super sport, it will make you feel like you're going over the handlebars when you go to brake. Now, I could be saying this because I am a little bit used to these bikes by now, working at the dealership, but they're not as wide as other bikes. So if you go sit on an R6 or an R1, the tank is noticeably wide, and it is aggressive. Like I was saying earlier, your knees, so my knees are still kind of below my wrist and my hand here, not by much, but on other bikes you feel like you might be a little more out here and under, so you might feel like your butt is in the air. It's a little more aggressive, like if you go sit on an Aprilia or something like that, which is not a bad thing, it's just different. This is a lot more everyday streetable. I think the Fireblade is a little more aggressive than this. I did get to ride the Fireblade a little bit, and the Fireblade is just a tad bit more aggressive. Barely need any clutch to get it going. Good bit of torque. You barely need any input to do anything on this bike. I'm barely on the throttle. It is so smooth. A little bit, like a very little bit of throttle, and I'm moving at a decent speed. It's not, I want to call it smooth on the suspension, at least. I wouldn't call that a smooth, a soft ride, but compared to what I was expecting, you know, for what it is, it's pretty good. I'll put my feet down. And I really feel at home on this bike, because I'm a sport bike type of guy. Oh man, that thing sounds so good. I like that guy. He rides too, I can tell. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth on the shifts. It only has 1,100 miles on it, almost 1,200, so it should be smooth, but man, going over all these bumps and cracks in the road, and I don't feel it. It's not absolutely rocking me to my core, especially if you squeeze your legs and push yourself up a little bit like you should do. You know, it's not that bad. I am also 27 years old. I recognize that. Oh, it's so fast. You can already tell it's so fast. And when you get back, some bikes, when you get back on that throttle, it might catch kind of hard. Like, it doesn't catch that hard. Obviously, it's pretty much a new bike. Give it just a little bit, like a little twist of the wrist for the rev match. Perfect. The shifter is a little bit stiff, which is nice. Going to one of my favorite spots here, the reservoir. Get some beautiful shots by the water. Whoa! So it has a good bit of torque down low. Obviously, it was 1,000, but then when you hit, what was that, like 6? I think I just hit. Let's see what this feels like, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it is pretty quick. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's pretty fast. It's no slouch. 183 horsepower, and I haven't even gone half the rev range yet. Because I am a child of God and I will not be doing that out here.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I looked down, can't believe what that said just now. Man, let me tell you something. I love my job. Like, what? Look at this bike, bro. It's a good looking bike. I'm not a big fan of the, I mean, the graphics look good, but you know, it just looks like, you know, some factory stuff. I like the matte black one. I don't know if you guys can, let me put this visor down. I like the matte black one from like well, I don't know if they did that in 2023 or whatever, but it's a good looking bike. It's comfortable, you know, in its field of super sport bikes. But oh, it's the first gear still. That's right. Oh man, it sounds amazing. Oh, it's a cop right there. I was gonna start revving, but it's a cop. Dare I say this bike feels perfect. Ran a red light, cool. In front of the police station. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this video, this part of the video, that means you made it all the way to the end and you are a real fan, or you're my mother. So, I forgot to do an outro on the video, like I always do. So here we are, and not on the MTL7, which is up there. So, you guys got a sneak peek to the next video, and that's all I'm gonna say. I will see you when I see you.